through it, and then we'll talk about why we getting into this. So number 1, dancer or choreographer?
I could see that.
Why? Because I was like number
Hips
1.
don't lie,
think
man.
about it.
Yeah, but if let's say your wifey's a dancer.
Yeah.
I'm not getting married.
Yo, ¿qué es lo que mi gente?
What up? We are back.
Yo, what up, Josh?
What up? What up, Ray? What up?
What's up, bro? Sweater weather.
It's sweater
Yeah, man.
weather.
Yeah, sweater, hoodie,
Sweater and
shorts.
hoodie weather.
Yeah.
And I got the Miami orange
Yep.
t-shirt.
Yo, for real.
You do look a little bright.
Yeah,
it came-
shine bright like a diamond.
Just
right?
came straight from Miami, this guy.
Yo, what's up,
Yeah.
fellas? What's up?
What up?
Yo, I want to get right into it today
Let's do it.
because we got somebody waiting. He can't wait too long.
Yeah, special guest.
Yeah. Yo, check this out. So I've been reading something. The top 10 jobs that cause divorces.
Aye.
Okay.
What do you think is at least on the list, Josh? At least on the list.
Bartender.
I said Josh, but yes, bartender.
Probably like police work.
Nope.
Really?
Club promoter.
Okay.
No. Top 10.
Top 10.
So bartender, I'm going to give you guys one more shot
Okay.
and then we'll go through the list.
Police
Doctor.
is up there, I think. In
I
my
would
opinion.
think,
All
yeah.
right. Damn. Yeah.
They're away from.
But it's not
anyway.
up there. I'm telling you what's
We
on
thought-
the list.
okay.
We would think. Yeah.
I think that you guys are far off the radar. Am I close?
You're close again with the.
I
All right, so
read
let's go
something
through it.
along
Let's go
those
through it.
lines.
Let's go through it, and then we'll talk about why we getting into this. So number 1, dancer or choreographer?
I could see that.
Why? Because I was like number 1.
Hips don't lie,
think
man.
about it.
Yeah, but if let's say your wifey's a dancer,
Yeah.
I'm not getting married.
You be
if
seeing
she's a dancer,
I will not propose.
it's
If
not
she's
that. It's not that type of dancer. Like just like.
Come on. You see all that grinding? I'm like, hey, espérate.
Hey.
Bájale algo.
All right, number 2.
Please.
Number 2, bartender.
Number 2 is bartender.
And this is all according to a
Okay.
USA Today study. So
Okay.
number 2,
Can you really
How
trust USA
reliable is
Today?
USA?
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
USA
Like,
Today. I think that's a reputable.
I mean,
I think so.
It could be
They
leftist,
claim
but
to
that's
be,
it's
yeah.
still reputable.
I mean,
It's not like
I
I'm
think so.
telling you el especialito, or some shit like that.
So,
What's
so
next?
what's next? Number
All right,
3.
massage therapist.
Okay, I, can
I
see
would
that.
not marry a massage therapist.
Why not, bro?
Number
Careful
1,
what you
I don't
say.
even like massages, bro.
I'm
Yeah,
not saying
but
happy
what's
ending
not?
or anything like that. Just a massage therapist.
Me love you long time.
All right. This
What
one,
do you?
This one, what?
What do you?
We're not talking about me.
No,
I'm just
a
going down the
question.
list.
I think that has more to do with insecurity.
This one I don't really
Probably.
get. Gaming cage worker.
What is that?
What? I don't even know what that is.
Wow.
It says being a gaming cage worker involves conducting financial transactions at casinos. Oh, okay, that's different.
Wait. a
Casinos
gaming-
attract clientele who enjoy the edgy entertainments of gambling and drinking, and such people may be more likely to engage in the equally risky pursuit of infidelity. Okay.
Yeah, but that's the person counting your money
At the casino, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I mean,
Oh,
think
I'm
about it this way.
gonna
Think about it this way. Hold on.
oh,
Let's say you hit it big. You go cash out, right? You just hit 10 large. You go to the window, right?
I'm more likely
And
to
it's
pursue the dealer than the person cash. I mean,
dealer though.
But
No, no.
usually the dealers, go to the Aria
Yeah,
and
the
then tell
dealer-
me not
I
the
would
dealer.
say the dealers
Go to-
before
if you
the
ever
ca-
been to
wait,
Vegas,
yes.
go to the Aria
I'm
and
not
then
a-
tell me not the dealer.
I'm not a
'Cause I
gambler.
have.
I'm not a
And-
gambler, but I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, you're disclosing a little too much info right here.
Yeah, too
All right,
much.
Body don't watch
Let's
the
keep it
episode.
moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. All right.
You're gonna be coughing mad loud in that part.
Extruding machine operators.
What?
An extruding machine operator works on an assembly line. So one theory is that this repetitious, alienating, and highly unstable work causes a psychological disconnect in workers that can lead to divorce.
Okay, we
Okay.
agree.
Yeah, I
We're
can
just
see
not
that.
gonna read on this anymore.
Well, no, hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Gaming service worker. So again,
we-
gaming. So that's
Yeah,
that's the dealer.
Oh no, that's probably like the one that gets you the drinks. That's another one. Too.
Okay.
I can see that.
Factory worker.
Why? You just in the factory all day. So people
Switchboard
See,
operator.
these are people that just have like boring jobs that are just
Nurse
Like, you know what?
nurse health aid.
I was gonna say nurses. Actually,
Well, he said doctor, which is nurse health aid. And then entertainer, performer, or pro athlete.
See, I
Okay,
get
that's
that.
a different
I get
story.
that. I
All
get
right, so
that.
those are the top 10.
I
Those are the top
get
10.
that
that.
one. Yeah,
But
too.
the reason we asked, right?
You don't think an entertainer is a promoter?
You're a promoter. I mean, you
I
are
don't think
promoting.
a-
I mean,
yes, you are.
It
I mean,
depends.
But when you said promoter, I thought like about
like a club promoter.
Yeah,
like
the
a club
club promoter.
promoter.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't think club promoters get married. It's not good for their business
Yeah.
line.
I mean, that shit should be on the list because club promoters, bro, they
They make money, but I don't see them getting married.
Yeah, skip this line. Come,
It's gonna be a
come.
conflict of
Yeah,
interest.
So you brought this
Right
to
off
the
the
side
bat.
for a reason.
I brought this up for a reason. So let's say, your passion is dance,
Okay.
right? And you're at the top of that list. That's your passion.
Okay.
And let's say, you're not somebody who's thinking, oh, I want to dance because I want to be, I want to get a divorce or I want to cheat or anything like that.
Mhm.
I don't think anybody
But
gets
then-
married thinking they're gonna get a divorce.
Well, no, that's
Some
probably
people,
another conversation. But so at what point do you draw the line and say, all right, I gotta leave my passion and deal with responsibilities, whether that be like financial responsibilities at home, but more emotional responsibilities of being there for your partner or for your kids. So Jay,
Yeah,
kick it
I
off, bro.
mean, damn, but that's a tough one, bro.
I think you stuck on dancers.
Yeah. Wait. No, I mean, hold
I was
up.
thinking about dancing.
No, I mean, get into the dream and the responsibility. It could be a little bit challenging. I think that it's a fine line. I feel like if you're marrying someone, you're always going to be supportive of their dreams. To a certain extent.
certain
I think at the
Until you-
beginning,
yeah.
I think at the beginning you are.
Correct, until a certain extent.
I think at the
right?
beginning you are.
But you also got to find out how committed that individual is to their dream. Because
okay.
if you say, you know what, I wanna be a singer,
Mhm.
for instance, right? And let's say Carla said, oh, you know what, like I think that you might have to hang it up because your singing skills are they're not paying the bills.
Yeah, but let's say you're a
But this
successful
is-
singer. Let's say you are.
Uh-huh.
But now it's taking away time.
That okay, not that
And to
that's-
become a
all right,
successful
that's the other
singer,
side of the coin, right?
right?
So now let's say, can your responsibilities take away from your dream? Because it could
What?
be like your responsibility. Let's say that you're committed to your career, right? If you're committed to your career as a singer and that career, which we see often, and right now for the celebrities,
All right,
right?
so
Well, the
take,
reason why
think-
these
hold
well,
on.
take it away
split-
from celebrity. Go,
Hold on.
Jelly.
I think it varies too because, for example, if you start dating someone that the person is a professional singer and that's what they do, you're acknowledging it from the get. Now, versus you seeing it from you met this person wasn't a singer, it was just like a hobby, and out of nowhere he had a one-hit wonder. Now this person's no longer home with you the same way it was in the past. Then that's different. So it's like it varies between the scenarios.
That's a good point because, like, let's say you're at a bar and you meet somebody that's in law school, right? And you end up, this person's gonna be, you end up marrying the person, whatever. Person's in law school now. That's a demanding job, right?
Yeah.
And then they become a successful lawyer.
Mhm.
So now it's less hours, right?
You
So at that
sacrifice.
point, you didn't meet them when they were like committed, working 14, 16, 18-hour days, whatever.
But you met them through the transition of what they wanted to actually.
But
pursue
I'm
their
saying to
dreams.
Jelly's
So it's
point,
like
you
if
don't
you're
know.
oh yeah,
You don't know how it's gonna take off.
yeah.
So maybe a lot of people, because obviously the honeymoon phase, right? Like, so
Yeah,
you're
you
like,
gotta
oh
go to the Rocky
yeah,
Mountains and
you could be a lawyer. Oh yeah, 12-hour days. Yeah, that's nothing. 14-hour days. But 2 kids later, and you're the only one home, and your husband or your wife is going out to business dinners and meetings.
Bro, I
and-
mean,
so what then?
it's crazy how you mentioning this because I didn't get to see the depth of the topic when we brought it up, and now how
That's
it
what I
becomes
do. Yo, Jay,
relatable. I mean,
Jay, yo,
sometimes
Jay, that's
you
what I
amaze
do.
me,
Brings the best
bro.
out of me,
You're-
bro.
you're amazing. No,
but by the way, this was Jay's topic.
It was the Jays, and I think that when we thought about it from a different standpoint, from a different
perspective,
concept,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
what we
Which
actually,
we can get into as
but
well. Yeah.
I can certainly see in every level of career.
Were you guys like drinking somewhere and be like, yo, there's a good topic for the
No,
podcast?
No, we
just
were on the way
driving.
back, bro.
Oh,
okay.
driving back,
But what the way that I look at it, like let's use for instance, some people that are very successful in their careers tend to sacrifice something, and sometimes happen to be their relationships.
I think most people
Most
sacrifice,
people,
yeah.
most people do that,
Or
right?
all.
I would say most people that find success, something else in their
It has
life
to be
is taking a hit,
Right.
right? It's taking
The
an L,
sacrifice,
right?
yeah.
And most of the time, unfortunately, it's usually like family or other responsibilities. But like when
Yo, Josh, hold on.
All right.
That's a really good point. Cause let's say, right, what you're sacrificing is probably what's closest and more comfortable to you, which becomes your spouse or your
like
kids,
time with
right?
family, kids, things like that.
But let's say if you could say, yo, look, I'm gonna spend X hours less at the golf course, or I'm not gonna go out drinking with the boys on Thursdays. You know what? I'm not gonna play dominoes on, right? Because
no,
it's time
no.
that you could
I
say,
can't give up dominoes.
Well, you're
No.
fast. I mean, the fast. I think like
I'll give up just about anything
no,
else.
but that's a really
Not
good point.
dominoes.
You're
Yeah.
right. You leave what you sacrifice a lot of times what you probably think you won't lose because you're like, oh, that's there.
yeah. I mean,
Yes, I can see that. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
I'm sorry, go
I
ahead.
can see how the topic can go different ways, bro.
Yeah.
Like because there's so many different phases of your responsibility of throughout the life cycle, your responsibilities change and the priority levels become different, right?
Right.
So I think that when it comes down to the sacrifices, you're probably thinking in your head, all right, I'm going to put this time in and to sacrifice now because I could see the rewards later on in life. But in a relationship aspect of it, you got to make sure that both people within the relationship can see that picture because otherwise the picture can get clouded and then that's when divorce start happening. Right?
What about your
And the
kids? That's not
separations.
a couple.
And
But
then-
yo, Josh,
No,
you were saying something.
No, what I wanted to ask was like, can like following your dreams be a detriment to your life's responsibilities? Right. So another like, because sometimes your dreams are actually what provides the lifestyle that you're looking for,
Mhm.
right? But in other instances, especially if you're up and coming, following that dream, the time that you're putting into that dream, there's other things that are not that maybe should be a priority, aren't as much. Like in some instances, family, or even in other instances, like paying your bills, right? Because there are other people that will like forego, their life's responsibilities to pursue a dream. So would you say that? Well, in other words, like when do you say, you know what, enough is enough, and I just got to be an adult? And
I think a lot of people do.
I think no.
Sometimes you stop
So-
pursuing your dreams because of
some
the
people stop.
responsibilities being
Now, do
too
some
high.
people stop too short?
Well, I think
I think
here
that's what we got to get into.
the most important part is the communication part because some people become so like gun ho on their passion and they are kind of blindsided. They don't see to the left, to the right, and they're like, "This is my
So,
end objective."
Those are the ones who
blinders
make
on.
it.
Yeah,
I believe.
well,
You can be.
It
Yeah,
can.
I'm
A
telling
little
you.
bit of the
but it
stubbornness,
can't-
you would say? Would it be a little bit of the stubbornness to just make sure that you see your dream come to fruition?
yeah, but see, this is where the communication part comes in important because if your relationship with your kids or your relationship with your wife is taking a hit and you're not seeing that and your wife is not speaking up to a certain extent, then that's where you start going down that
So
road
so
of-
you're saying it's possible that there's a balance that you could so you could strike a balance and still make your let's talk entrepreneurship, right? Let's talk about like if you're doing something
Mhm.
that, to Josh's point, at the beginning it's not providing, right? So like let's say
Okay,
you're
yeah.
building,
Yeah.
right? And now like you're broke because you're throwing everything into this idea or into this business or into this whatever it is that you're trying to do. Or you're not producing as much because you left a job, right? Like you had a good job, you had a good paying job, you leave your job and you're saying, I'm gonna risk it, I'm gonna do this. This is my passion, I'm gonna go for it. So that period is difficult because now you're sacrificing your lifestyle, the quality of life, right? The money that you're making. And then that's a whole nother conversation. That brings issues to if we're talking like a marital relationship, right? But also with your kids. So you're giving that up. At what point do you say, which is where I think most people
where they fall
probably
short of
no,
achieving
well,
their.
I think most people don't make it to the end line because that pressure of not being able to withstand financial hardships or the loss
willing
of
to sacrifice.
of
Your
a
family,
spouse
whatever.
or of a child. So then you say, you know what, F this, I gave it a try. Let me go back. This is the secure route, and I'm gonna do what's right for my family. I don't want to lose my wife or you know. So at what point do you say, all right, the people who really make it, and if you look at a lot of like these major entrepreneurs, right, like these huge
The super
successful
successful. Yeah, yeah,
dudes,
yeah.
like a lot of these dudes.
They say F everything. This is what I want.
The only
Exactly.
thing, that's the only thing that they focus on.
All right, so
that's
is
their
there,
only
so
responsibility.
is there can there be balance?
It depends on the individual.
No.
Man. That's
Yo, it's funny. I heard a few famous people said, if you really want something,
Forget about everything.
forget about everything else.
That's
That's
what I've heard,
first,
yeah.
right? And it's funny because I'm just looking at this quote. It says, if you take responsibility for yourself, you will develop a hunger to accomplish your dream.
Who's that?
Jay Cotto.
Jay
No,
watch when we get the cease and
okay,
desist.
give the plug because
it doesn't. I just got it online. It
where'd
says
you get it, bro?
120.
cease and desist.
Anyways, it's somebody famous. I'm
somebody
pretty sure.
somebody
But
famous.
It's crazy.
So what's the quote again? My bad.
If you take full responsibility for yourself, you will develop the hunger to accomplish your dreams.
Okay.
So it's funny he brings that up because you'll see like a lot of the like self-help books and all of those places. One of the things like they'll tell you is like, oh, follow your dreams, follow your passions, and try to figure out a way to monetize those dreams and passions. But that's not reality for everybody. In fact, I would say it's the exact opposite. The reality for most, the vast majority, is that following your dreams isn't even an option in most cases.
Well, but again, that's that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Most people
Mhm.
do operate in that manner. That's why most people fail at entrepreneurship
Yeah.
or at achieving their goals or their true goals, because I feel that most people, right? They I don't want to say give up, but in essence you
Failure,
do.
failure
You
can
give
be a
up
reason to give up
and
what you
there's-
really want to
and
accomplish.
it's because of social concepts also, like, you know, like you I'm sure, like, in our culture you probably have like your father, right? Your father's probably gonna be the first person to tell you, like, dude, what are you doing? You got to
What are you
provide for your family. How are you gonna leave your job? Like, what are you gonna do this, you know? And then so you have that. Then you have like a spouse or a partner, or you have responsibilities of a child, right? Because
Yeah.
you have responsibilities, right? So I think most people, most of us,
Mhm.
right, like, we'll say, all right, I can't, you know, like like we have investments abroad, right? So we sometimes we say we always got to be abroad, and then the home says something else. Home base says something else, and you're like, oh, like, but I know I have to be there, but damn, like,
Let's
you
keep
know.
that shot.
Can pursuing your dreams become a nightmare? And I actually have an example of that.
Yeah,
So give us an
think it's part
example.
of it, though.
So, like, okay,
Because
Like,
like you become obsessed with it.
we're
and it's
gonna
like,
use sports, and this is actually how Jay and I started this conversation. We're both Jet fans, and this is not a sports podcast, but we're gonna
Why
use
not?
sports
This is a
for
street
a moment,
podcast,
right?
bro.
So
They play sports. In the
I would
streets.
say right now for Zach Wilson,
For the record, Zach Wilson better
yeah.
better
But
go.
hold on, but that's exactly who I'm thinking about.
I'm just
right?
trying to say which
So-
one's a nightmare, which
so-
one's a dream. Where
so-
you going?
Oh, I see where he's going. Hold on, I see where he's going. I see
So
where he's going.
his dream is probably to
Was
would
was
guess
probably to become an NFL quarterback.
to be an NFL quarterback, which is now also probably his nightmare.
Yeah.
Like if you
That
read
happens.
his body language and everything on there, right? You would say
That's a
like
good point.
he's probably living his dream and his nightmare.
I'm going
at the
to
same
even
time.
dumb it down. I'm going to make it more simple, more relatable.
What you trying to say
Because
about
I'm-
our audience,
No,
Jay?
no.
You think
I'm-
our audience
all
is dumb, bro?
Let's say for our audience that don't watch any sports, right?
Jay-
Let's say the audience abroad, right?
Ray's
Let's be
Ray
very
picks his
simple.
best
No, you
fights.
could even, but just think about it like this, right? I'm sure that there's folks that grew up.
There goes
wanting
Ray
to be-
picking again.
Wanted to be an attorney, right? They grew up, they wanted to be an attorney, lawyer, whatever you want to call it, right? But then when they actually get into it, they're like, I fucking hate this.
I hate this. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
and
becomes-
you actually see
yeah.
that more now.
It's both sides
You
of
see
the
it a
coin,
lot.
bro.
Yeah.
It's like you got to take the good and the bad, right? Like everyone here, like for those who are not homeowners, right? Let's say you rent and you move, like, man, I remember at 18, I was telling my mom, oh, I can't wait till I'm 18. I'm out of here. Live myself. You ain't gonna tell me what time I'm coming home.
Shit.
You know, and then until I moved out, I'm like, yo, rent is expensive, you know? And then I'm like, I
need
can't
a
wait.
little
And he
help.
started
Can't wait
knocking
till
like, Ma, can you let me back in?
I'm like, nah,
Back him
I'm
back
like, yo,
home?
ma, you cook? Like, what up? You cook?
Can I
but-
do laundry in your house?
Nah,
Yeah.
If you look at it from the home
Oh, Ma,
ownership
can you do my
perspective,
laundry even worse.
you want, like, everyone's American dream is, oh, let me own a home.
I wouldn't say everyone, but yeah, a lot of
those
people.
most people,
a
those
lot,
people
yeah.
that
At least that's what
The
was
vast
That's
majority.
what was.
That's what
for
was
me,
sought.
That's
it's
what
Yeah,
was
kinda
that's-
like.
like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
was so right. I want to buy my first house until you get the bills of the house, the mortgage,
Yeah.
the maintenance, and you're like, that's kind of like the dream and the nightmare of it because you're
It
like,
can be,
yo,
yeah.
I gotta bust my behind to keep up with these bills. You know, yeah, it may feel good on the optic to own a home until you see your pockets getting hit on a monthly basis, right?
It's
So I
crazy
think
because
that's part of it. It's the
'cause
dreams and nightmares.
you see it as a dream, right? Oh my God, once I get there, I'm gonna be the happiest guy ever.
Until
Your dream
un-
house,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And then-
until you got to
that-
replace the roof, and then you're like, oh, I hate this shit. You know,
crazy.
something like that. Yeah.
I
For
mean,
all
look,
you men that are
yeah.
married, you guys wanted to get married, and then what happened?
Here we go.
oh, that was still my dream to get married. I'm happily married. You know.
Why are you laughing?
No, because
You can't even edit that. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep that.
No,
one.
because-
That's a good clip.
No, because Jay's like, oh, for all you guys that are married and hiding his ring,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
I am
put
married.
my ring out there. I'm married, bro.
Don't do that,
Yeah.
please.
Oh my
Yo,
god.
shut up,
bro.
Jelly.
So,
Jelly.
getting back to so
Shit.
how we started with this conversation.
Yeah.
On the
You want me
drive-
to remind you, or you're,
No,
you're
I
just
know.
recapping?
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
No. Moving past
He's
this,
not
the whole
45 yet.
Zach
He's
Wilson
close,
thing.
bro, but-
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
close,
okay.
but I'm not quite there yet. I'm not totally seeing now. So we were talking about Colin Kaepernick, right? That's actually how we started this.
Okay.
And
We brought it into existence too.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So Colin Kaepernick.
Let me send him an email.
No,
No,
it was
no,
already
no.
out there. It was
But
already out
no.
there. But Colin
That he was-
Kaepernick.
no.
Everybody
Oh
knows
no,
Colin
that he
Kaepernick.
was gonna
No.
reach out to the Jets.
No, not that he was gonna reach out, but his name was already floated
Oh.
as soon as Aaron Rodgers went down.
as soon as he went down.
Week 1, bro.
Yeah, but
Tom
when-
Brady, not
when we
No, and Colin.
yeah. So when we spoke about this was 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
right? Oh, we were speaking about this, and
Yeah.
we were talking about like one.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, John. So it was before the email went out, right? Or
Which
the
was
letter.
yesterday. The letter went out.
Before the letter was
Right, yeah.
like made public,
Right.
right? We were talking about this right that week that Aaron Rodgers got hurt, week 1, right? Going into week 2. But we were talking about, well, one, as Jet fans, we were like, man, bring him in. Fuck it.
Mhm.
Like, I'll take a knee with him. And I'm not gonna talk
We're
about
not
how
gonna
I
get
feel,
into,
politically.
This is not a
right?
political
But at this
podcast.
point,
This is an everything
whatever it
podcast,
takes,
bro.
like, I just want to win.
Yeah.
Right? But
You want
putting my fandom,
so bad
put-
that you
putting my
wanted-
fandom aside,
Yeah.
right? Like we were talking. I'm like, damn, it's been 6 years, right? Like, at
6
what-
years since what?
Yeah.
Since the whole since he's been out of the league, it's been
Yeah,
6
Oh,
years.
Colin.
years.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you
Colin-
meant
No,
no,
just
to the
for
Jets
Colin.
fans.
No, since what?
Where was I?
No, I'm talking
Where was
about
I at?
like with Colin pursuing his dreams, and I'm not knocking the man for continuing to pursue his dreams, but at what point?
Yeah.
And this is not just him in general, but just like people in general.
Yeah.
Like, when do you be like, you know what? It's just not gonna happen. Let me shift.
Should you say the question is like, when can the stubbornness stop and let me just give this up? Like,
But
is it his stubbornness to be like, yo, I
but
just,
it's
like,
not stubborn.
I don't know if it's stubbornness.
I think that
right?
you have to be stubborn to get your dream and to.
I mean,
like,
it's
you
not.
cannot let people say no to you. Like, you got to make.
Right.
I wouldn't say
gotta have that
stubbornness
thick
though. I would
skin.
say it's just he has such a strong belief in himself and in his abilities that like as soon as he stops believing in any way, shape, or form, then he's truly lost it. Right?
Yeah.
As long as you still have that belief and that drive, and you're not pushing up daisies.
Yeah,
It was
but-
like,
but-
it was like
okay,
in the
so
movie
the-
The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith.
Will Smith, yeah.
Yeah, but so let's bring it back. So, but again, I don't know if Colin is fulfilling his responsibilities, his duty, whatever they are, right? Like
Yeah.
bringing it back to if he's taking away, which he is, because right now we know that he's been practicing
He's
Monday
it's
through
the same
Friday,
training
same
regimen
training
as if he
regimen.
was playing
right?
every day, right? It's the same training
But that-
regimen
but
that
that-
hasn't changed.
But you know that could be his job. Maybe he's
Well,
financially.
we know it's not his job, but yeah.
Well, no, but I'm saying financially, maybe I know he's done.
Well, he's made
done
money in other
documentaries
ways.
and-
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So-
yeah.
Lawsuits
So
and
maybe
stuff
it's
like
not all
that.
financial, right? But emotionally, is he there for his partner, or is he obsessed with coming back into the league, right? So there's a lot of things, but let's bring it back. So if you, at what point,
Mhm.
or is it even possible to have a dream or a passion to achieve something and balance emotional and economical responsibilities?
Like
Yeah.
all your other responsibilities. Yeah,
responsibilities, right.
whatever they are. I get you, Jay.
I think that your dreams will definitely impact positively or negatively each slice of your life, right? So if you're an entrepreneur and your business is just taking off, and while you're trying to figure out the finances, you're gonna need that backbone support, right? And if that's your spouse, you better hope that she understands
Mhm.
and it's willing enough to bend a little bit until that dream comes to fruition. Now, on the relationship with the kids and things like that, that person also needs to understand, right? But
Kids
when-
are not going to ever understand.
correct. The ki- no, not the kids. I said
And that was gonna be
the
my
parents. No, I'm
curveball.
saying
Yeah.
That was gonna be my
not the kids,
curveball.
not the children. The parents need to be understanding, right? But then the person that's trying to pursue
Well, they
the
don't
dream,
need to be
No.
understanding.
the
They
person-
probably
but the
should,
person
but
that's-
So I
they
think-
I mean-
but the person that's trying to pursue that dream, right, should also be mindful and be in the reality that
So what's your marriage checklist? You've said that credit score, right? Bank account.
nah, that was before I proposed. No, like, bro.
Yeah, you used to be like,
seriously.
I gotta check your credit score. I gotta see if you're married.
No,
now you
man.
gotta see, could you be my partner in
He's like, let me get
entrepreneurial?
the last
side?
one. Social.
Well,
Yeah, luckily
it doesn't
I got-
matter now.
I got
It's
lucked
too
out,
late now.
bro. I got lucked
Yeah.
out on that one, but
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta have a checklist.
So I
Jelly.
think
You guys never did a
we're-
checklist?
No,
That's another episode.
Producer, you don't have a checklist
Yes,
before?
No.
we have.
Producer got
Yeah.
a checklist for
I
to get
think-
married.
Go ahead,
We're
Jelly.
probably seeing it in a different way. Like we're saying, is there a balance? And there is a balance, but I think it's more lopsided one way than the other.
That's not a balance.
That's a
I mean,
negative
it's-
balance.
Yeah, but-
It's not balanced.
No,
It's
but
not balance.
but
I'm talking about balance.
That's the way my
No,
bank
it's not
account
gonna
looks
be
with a
balanced.
proration.
So my bad. Let me correct myself. What I'm saying is not going to be balanced. It's going to be more, your priorities are
It's gonna be more one-sided.
exactly.
Right.
So
So there's
and
Now, can you achieve the goal
Like I said,
if you don't?
Well, if you have balance, can you still achieve your dreams and goals?
Right.
I think
If you truly have balance.
Right.
It's
That's the question.
It's
I
tough.
don't
It's
know.
tough.
You're not
I'm
gonna
not-
get the
But
dream.
is it possible?
You're gonna have to settle for part of that dream, but not for the full dream.
Settlement.
You're gonna have to
So-
settle for a percentage of that dream.
But if you're settling, right, then
Then you're not getting the dream.
actually-
So you gave up.
Yeah,
You gave up.
So you're probably
You
giving
gave
up.
up.
Yeah,
We go back to
yeah.
square one.
I mean, so for me, right, and we've talked about this before in other episodes. For me, everything in life is never. You want it to try to be as balanced as possible, but if it's truly going to be successful, nothing is ever going to be fully balanced. That's your relationship with your partner, right? Everybody says, oh, it should always be 50-50. Sorry, Jay. But it's never going to be, because there's going to be times where maybe if you have a good partner, your partner's going to take on a little bit more responsibility so that you can pursue your dreams. And then vice versa.
I
At
agree.
other times, you're going to take on a little bit more responsibility, maybe to give that partner a break, or so that they can pursue their dreams, right, and goals. So, and that's the same thing with relationships
What
with
if their
friends.
dreams are affecting
right?
your dreams?
Well, that's something
That's where
you
communication
got
comes
to
in.
figure out. Then
Whose dreams
okay,
are more important?
Ooh.
oh man, that's different.
Do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's do it.
that's
Let's
what I
What you
like to
got?
hear.
So maybe the issue is the priority.
Okay,
So when you're single, you got priority. You got your needs.
but you are the
Get
priority.
married,
Yeah.
get married, you still have listen. You still have your things, but you got different priorities. So kids.
Okay. All right. Let
Okay.
me ask you. All right. Let me ask you.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Your priorities shift, right? They don't change completely, but they shift.
They can shift.
They
'cause
can,
not-
they can
yeah.
shift. But what we're saying is, if you have a goal, whatever that goal is, I'm gonna do this. This is where I want to be. And then you do get married, and you have relationships, right? What happens if you have to balance that? Do you think you'll still make it, or would you have to settle somewhere in between? Or sometimes completely
Is
give
it
up?
possible to have a successful marriage and successful?
But you could still make it.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
I don't think you'll make it.
Depends on the scenario. This depends what the goal is.
It
too.
depends on how big the goals are.
Yeah.
Well, that's
It
true,
depends
too.
on how big
well,
the
yeah,
goals
that's
are.
also true. That's also
Right?
true. Yeah, you're right.
And it depends on the part.
And it depends on the
Oh,
part.
100%.
That's
Yes.
my final
Yes.
thought. That's my final thought.
Yes.
That's,
The partner plays a huge
Yo,
role. 100%.
that's
Yeah.
that's
Partner could be an asset or a liability.
Yes.
that's
Yes.
my final thought.
Yes.
That's
That's
my
what
final
yes.
thought.
The point is,
And I just wanna add this.
I love this,
is
man.
a-
I know,
And he's
I know.
coming in with
this
notes.
is a quote
Okay.
from I love this guy.
Make sure you
Very
speak it to the
thorough.
mic. Okay.
No, he's good, bro.
Good, good.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful.
I like that.
You know what I
Love
like
that.
about that
Yeah.
quote? It proves my point. When you want to reach that objective,
I know.
as bad as wanting to breathe,
Life itself.
life is
yeah.
if you don't reach that
somebody's
objective,
somebody's gonna have to be sacrificed.
Yeah.
A relationship,
Well,
a partner, something's gonna have
so
to be given.
Other things in life are
Yeah.
gonna have to
Well,
be
well,
sacrificed.
well,
Yes.
well, yeah, they
Bro,
will.
if I want to lose 20 pounds, I'm gonna have to stop eating cheesecake, right?
Well,
Like it's as simple as
I'm
that.
never gonna lose
man.
20 pounds then.
100%.
Come on.
But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. What in what scenario could you stop breathing and stay alive?
In no scenario.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
No scenario.
So so you either give up breathing, right? You either keep breathing to live, or you give up breathing to die. So think about the dream or the goal being life.
Mhm.
So you either stop pumping air
Mhm.
into that
Mhm.
dream's, lungs, or you disconnect the patient,
you
bro.
go.
Like I don't think there's a balance. I mean, I think the balance is when you settle with the objective.
Yeah.
Like meaning, okay, look, I wanted to make it to this, but I got so many other good things with my family, with my kids, that I now am willing to compromise this, right? And make it, it doesn't have to be the objective I first thought, but I could settle with this because everything else brings more to me.
It's crazy because I was just thinking, right? Like, and I want to get back to like Colin Kaepernick for a minute. Like, he wants it so bad. If he really wants it so bad, he should just show up every day to the practice facility.
Nah, dude,
Just
this
you know what?
does.
No, I'm not.
To the-
Not
he's
to
talking about
his
to the
practice
Jets
facility.
practice.
To the Jets practice
Yeah.
facility.
Dude,
just show up
try
every
showing
day.
up, bro.
Just show up every day. And you know what? And just keep doing it until they're like, you know what? Just let him
I
be.
can give you so
He
many
got
examples. of other-
blackballed. He got
No, he did.
blackballed,
But bro, there's so many
yeah,
examples
he definitely did.
of people that
But-
we know, bro. But I think that the most notorious one is Kobe Bryant, right? Like he sacrificed. He got married early at a very young age,
Yeah.
and he was the most obsessed athlete on trying to become better than MJ.
I think your dreams have to be your obsession.
And that
Well,
your
they are.
dreams
Yeah,
your
they
obsession.
have to be. But like for some people, I think some people it's a like to have. Or like I like to have this. Or I would like to do that. Or I wish I
But they
could
don't
be
want it
this.
that bad.
But they
Those
don't.
are-
like,
those are-
But
But-
that's why 99.9%
Well, that's
probably
why
are that.
they don't
But
have
that's why
that level of
that's why you
success,
have the elite, right? Or
Yeah.
like
The
and
1%
if
that
you
do
look
it.
at business, right? And if you look at sports, right?
Mhm.
Like we're into sports. Those athletes or those business people that are that are like at the top, right? That people look up to, like these
They're
guys
the
have
doors.
like if most people look at their lives,
Mhm.
you'll say, yo, you don't have a life. These people sleep 4 hours a night. They wake up and it's the ground
Because
running.
that's their dream. Is
Yeah.
that's their life.
That's
It's
all it
everything.
is.
Their
That's-
dream
they
is
eat,
their life.
breathe, that's their
breathe
oxygen.
shit.
That-
That's-
yes,
that
exactly.
is it.
Their dream is their life. There is nothing else that really matters.
I would like to interview their spouses though.
That would be great.
That would be great
That would be
because
great.
I'm
Yeah, 'cause
pretty
they-
sure that again they
they
might
will
be
put
the
to the
ones who had to
table.
settle for their dream.
Producer,
see
work
the-
on a guest like that. The wife
Yeah.
of somebody very successful.
Well, I think
That's-
we could produce somebody like that.
You think so?
I think we could.
Who's the most successful person you know in your circle?
I don't want to
besides
get
us?
into that on this. Really?
Ooh,
Wow,
my guy.
this
guy.
Really?
Yo.
Next time you need,
Is that
I know where you live.
Yeah. I'm fucking with you.
Are you?
Nah, that would be a tough one, bro.
But it's crazy because you have so many people that have dreams, right? And then it's like you see those that follow those dreams are far and few, right? You have people that say like, "Oh, new year, new me." That's their dream. That I'm gonna lose 100.
Why do you
Ah,
got? Why do you got to wait for New Year?
I know,
hate
but-
that actually.
Yeah,
But
I think
you-
everybody.
How many
I
people
hate
don't
that.
we know that say the same comment?
Right. Yeah, but life gets in the way, right? But that's the point. Like you got to be
Life
so
happens.
hyper focused, and we're talking obviously like these mega goals. Let's call them that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like these
Like not just
completely-
like I want to lose 5 pounds.
right,
no,
right.
like,
We're talking
That's
about
a big
like,
goal, still, bro.
I mean, it can be, but if you sit on the toilet long
'Cause it-
enough, you will.
That's not like
Wow.
Yo,
Next.
Pepto Bismol.
I forgot what I said, what I was gonna say, but yo, let's go final thoughts. Let's go
God.
final thoughts. I'm looking at the producer. Final thoughts.
Yeah,
Josh.
yeah, we're gonna have to save that one, by the way.
Yeah, that's a
And
drop.
I want it as a drop.
Final thoughts.
I mean, I would say, like we talked about this, like your dreams, your goals, in order to like if the goal and the dream is big enough, then it also has to be everything that matters most to you. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't have other priorities, but your other priorities, whether they're family or whatever else they are, they also have to be on the same page. That's why it's important to have like a good partner that has similar goals, similar aspirations, or at least their goals and aspirations are for you to get your goals and aspirations.
All right,
Wow,
JJ.
that was.
What you got to Kovas?
Everything that he's saying, I agree with.
That was easy.
But again, hold on.
He never disagrees.
No,
Yo,
no.
for
listen.
real.
And always
I like the
disagrees.
checklist though. For me, I will. If
All
anybody's
right, let's
looking
go
to
with the
date,
checklist.
I will do a checklist.
Okay.
And just hit
I
me
think we
up.
gotta
and I'll
put
let
it
you
up.
know what's everything in that checklist that's requirement. But
Well, maybe comment on our post. What
Yeah.
would be your checklist?
I'll-
what are you looking for? Your top 3 checklists.
I love that one. But again, for me, the dream. If you really, really, really want to see that dream come to fruition, you got to give it your all. Like, don't settle. No. You can't negotiate with yourself because you're stealing from your future.
Hold up. Before I know we already on final thoughts, but how do you know if you're truly giving it your all? Like, because there are people that think
Oh,
that
you
they
know.
are,
Oh,
but they
you
will.
know.
You know.
Oh, you know.
When
Like-
your bank account
Right,
is on
right,
red,
No.
But
But you
like-
know if you're giving it your all.
So like,
probably when
you know
your
what?
wife
Some
ain't
people
talking to
can't
you.
admit that to themselves, though.
No, but
And I
that's
know
a
we're on
different story.
right?
They can't
And
admit.
we
no.
can get into that.
They can't
but some
admit.
people
They
can't
can't
get
admit it to other people. But
But deep
themselves,
down inside
they-
that you
oh,
think,
they know.
okay,
Because when you're giving it your all, it hurts, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like it hurts. It hurts to the point where you're sacrificing. I'll use this as
Okay.
my final thought. So Jelly could
Okay.
close.
Yeah,
It hurts, right? So
Yeah.
you're giving up things. It's causing you. It's causing you
Pain,
issues. It's
friction, all
causing.
that.
It's causing you like time management. Like you got to juggle things.
you're missing events.
You're
and things
missing
like
events.
that.
So you know if you are or if you aren't. But from my perspective, I think Jay, you're right. You have to have a check. Like, let's say, because there's two options here. But if you are in a relationship, right, and you're going into and you know what your dream is, because this is not like your dream. Like, I want to become a lawyer. No, this is like I want to become a lawyer. I want to become a partner at the best firm. I want to be the
Harvey Specter of that
I want to be a Harvey
firm.
Specter. Like, like it's about
Great,
it's
yeah.
like the top of the top. But if that's what you want, right? So if you're looking for that and you're looking and you're gonna get into a relationship with a partner, I think that should be one of the things. Like, yo, this is what I'm trying to do.
You have to have those conversations early enough as well.
Is this
so they
something
can be on
that
board.
you're okay with, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you see yourself contributing to this?
And
Because this to me is my ultimate goal. Like,
This is me.
like
You're
this,
willing to
is-
sacrifice
is
love
this or nothing?
to accomplish
Right.
that dream. Because
And you won't say this to somebody that you're trying to bag, right? But you would basically, you're saying, if you're not okay with this, then I'm not gonna, like, I can't be with you, right? Like that's like how obsessive you
you
become
gotta
with
be.
it, right?
I agree.
So or deal with yourself. Don't have kids. Don't get into a relationship or a serious relationship until you achieve or get to where you want to be, right?
Until
So
you get that Jeff Bezos money. And
see, I mean, yeah, until you get that Jeff Bezos money. So, Jay, you're almost there, bro. Shit.
The most part is understanding what your goal is.
Okay.
Because like if in a
There you go,
situation
making it
where you have a
complicated.
family, right? Where you have a family, you have to be able to communicate that clearly and say, look, there are going to be some bumps down the road, but this is the reason why. And it's like kind of selling it in a way where, you know, your counterpart would say, okay, I could kind of see why you're, you know, going so hard at this. And having that time and also being able to understand that when someone else critiques you, to be able to say, yo, you know what, maybe I'm doing it the wrong way. Maybe I need to take a step back, but to keep going forward. Because without that, like if your goal is not clear and then like you're just saying, well, I'm going to do this and you're doing a million things but that, then come on, you know, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure from the get. And you're hurting your family, you're hurting your friends, you're hurting your parents.
Yeah.
So,
Train back.
And it's important, right? I know we already
Josh,
shared
answer
final thoughts,
the question.
But
So
no, it's important also because you might not discover what your true dreams are. Your dreams might change, and you already have family, kids.
So
and
what's more
everything
important?
else.
What's more important? Just wrap
No,
it up.
it's-
What's more
it's-
important, your dream or your
what's more-
responsibility?
It's also being clear.
You're trying to get into the conversation, bro.
It's also about being clear to your like those other people in your life that the goals and dreams have changed and getting them on board.
What's more important, your dream or your responsibility?
I'm not gonna get it. We already answered
we
that. Yeah.
Just give me one dream or responsibility. Yo, you in the street,
Dreams.
bro. Dreams. I'm gonna go with responsibility.
Yo, this in the
Sucker.